Patreon. So, really excited. We just came off a great month. Today, Mochi is joining us. She's going to be drooling on my arm and nipping at my many press badges that I have from the events that we checked out. So, I hope you don't mind the company. Thank you. Once again, I have to start off, and I'm going to end it with thank you. Without you, we might not have been here. In the very beginning of the Patreon thing, we're thinking, was Nardio still worth doing? And we're a little hesitant about it, and we're like, you know what, let's try a little more. And we just tried to do the Patreon, and you responded, you joined up, your belief in us helped us keep moving forward, and because of that, I think we just passed that slump, and we're doing so much better now. Just so much better. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for believing us. And let's get to the news. Patreon number 6. This has been going on for this long. And this might sound a little cheesy, but I kind of missed doing these videos last month. I said I was going to try to take a break and not do like the 5.5 or update vids or not do the Patreon like updates so much. I kind of feel like I was missing out. I kind of feel like I should have been giving more, and I'm going to do that more often. Because I feel like after every one of the events I went to, I should have just been posting, like, how we felt about it and recap and some photos and some video immediately. Instead, I just put the videos on our YouTube channel, so please check that out. Actually, we're still putting the videos on the YouTube channel because we're editing a bunch of them, trying to fix them a bunch. But we're getting better on that, so it's great. And putting the posts on, the pictures on Nardio, and I feel like I could have done a better job keeping the Patreon thing updated, and from now on I'm just gonna maybe even once a week or twice a week, if need be twice a week, just do more with that, because I kind of feel like you follow the site, but I don't know, I kind of like doing this, so let's see. Anywho, wow, a lot of stuff happened. PAX East, Indicate East, the Green Expo, Castle Point Anime Convention. Oh my god, there was the AdoptionPalooza event. I don't know if that quite counts because I was near. But so much stuff happened, and we covered it. And it was great. It was inspiring. It was everything I kind of wanted Nardio to be. And you know what? We didn't do everything perfect. We could have done better with some things here and there, shooting with this camera instead of this camera. We could have improved, but we're learning. And that's the awesome part about this. Like, we're learning so much. We're learning how to use video editing programs more. We're learning a little more audio stuff. I'm learning how to edit pictures now. I mean, I've always had some programs, but now I'm like, okay, well, I really should start learning how to put the Nardio logo on photos. So I learned how to do that in GIMP. Jasmine taught me, and we started screwing around with Apple's picture thing. And it's a learning experience. It's a learning experience that inspires us. I mean, at every one of these events that we went to and were a part of in a way, we met people that inspired us, and it was great. I mean, yeah, AdoptionPalooza. How could you not be inspired in an event? I gotta sneeze. Sorry, Mochi. Sorry. How can you not be inspired in an event where there's so many animal activists and people who just care about animals showing up, giving their time, and then just giving and showing their love? It was just great. I mean, so many groups out there were just giving 100%. They brought their animals. NYPD had a huge presence at the event, and I honestly feel like the NYPD gets way too much hate, because they do so much good. They do so much good for us, and they showed up in force, not as like a police heavy presence guarding the event. I mean, they were there doing their job, keeping us safe, but they showed up in uniform, out of uniform, with their pets in tow, and it was beautiful. Like, some of them just had some amazingly adorable pets. I mean, some beautiful dogs. Oh my god, there's this one gigantic, shaggy guy, and I'm just like, I want to hug him and cuddle him and love him. And one family, like a family police officers, brought their family of bulldogs, and it was adorable. It was so adorable. And I just met more people at the event. Jasmine and I met people. Well, she's attacking my little tags. We met people who were just great, and just seeing these people work hard to like promote adoption, promote Adopt, Don't Shop, promote helping to raise money for all these organizations that do good day in and day out. Beautiful, just beautiful. I mean, and we're there, thanks to you. And at the AdoptionPalooza, we tried out our new camera, and just great. And it's funny. I think in the last Patreon post I mentioned that we got 2 new cameras, and one was a cheap Nikon L340, and then the other one was this Canon, this beautiful Canon. And after a month of use, or near a month of use for both of these, we returned the Nikon because the Nikon just couldn't keep up. And I was really, really sad because that's, my camera. But it takes 3 seconds after every shot to show you, it's like to shoot the image and get ready for the next shot. And one of the things we learned is you can't do that. Can't do that at events. You just can't waste 3 seconds. And then what if the shot's not good? You got to redo it. Hope the person's still there. And seconds seems like such a short time, but it's really not. So most of the time we would just single cameraing it, borrowed a friend's Canon again, and used 2 cameras for that. So we might end up getting 2 of these babies, and totally worth it. Next, I mean, Jesus, next, how do you say? The Green Expo, another awesome, inspiring event. We met so many groups of local nonprofits that are doing great work, just magnificent work in the community, in the global level. We met some small businesses that were just amazing. I mean, just a great time. The Green Expo is something we hope to be a part of for a long time coming. And I have in front of me one of their products that is super cool. This is actually a single piece of plastic, and I have another one in my bag that I've been taking out with me and using. So this is reusable, easy to carry plastic fork, knife, spoon, and the person behind it wants to just have people use reusable products they can fold up, wash, take home, and go back out with. And this is just great because for picnics, you see this is pretty much all you need at a picnic. And then when you're done, or when you're packing it up, it's a piece of plastic. It's a little flat piece of plastic. When you're done with it, you just pack it up, or you just put this in your container, wash it when you get home. When you get back out there, you put it back together. And I have another version in my bag that has like little buttons here, so it like locks in quickly and then folds in half. And I keep that in a little Ziploc baggie in my bag because normally I would have a whole bunch of other plastic utensils. I stopped bringing metal utensils out because I would lose them and I'd feel bad. But that little plastic one I bought from him, he gave me, only goes for like $3 or $4, which is totally worth it. And it's just great. It takes up so little space in my bag that I feel like this is going to catch on. I hope the guy does good with this. And instead of me having to, get throwaway plastic utensils, I have something I can bring home, wash, and not worry about. He's actually working on a compostable paper version, like a paper cardboard thingamajiggy, that he hopes to have street vendors use. And it's just another flat piece of cardboard that folds together, and you have your knife, spoon, fork. I'm like, wow, that would be amazing halal carts and chili carts and those food trucks. And it's compostable, unlike the plastic utensils they give out. And I feel like if he makes those in bulk, he could sell them really cheap. So I'm really, really hoping that guy gets success. We're going to have that product video and that interview with that man behind it coming up on Nerdio soon, so hope you enjoy it. So that's just like one of the cool little nifty products we found at the Green Expo. So that's just one cool thing. We found more. We already have some videos. What are you doing, honey? She's climbing. We have more videos on the Nardio YouTube channel, so I encourage you to check it out. We've actually been posting all the videos we do that are already done on the Nardio YouTube channel, and then we slowly posted the story in Nardio. So if you just want to skip ahead and check out all the stuff, go ahead. So, Green Expo, and then the double whammy of PAX East and the Cast Point Anime Convention. Just 2 overwhelming events that needed us, both of us at both, but we both had to split up and do it because both events got back to us super late. If we were saying, are you can we go or not? And they got back to us both super late. And we're like, all right, well, these are happening the same weekend, so it's no longer a choosing choice. It's we should do both because we are both diehard anime fans and we are both diehard game fans. So might as well cover both. I stayed home and went to Castle Point. She's getting into trouble. And went to Castle Point, and I had an amazing time. The Castle Point community was just... I have never encountered a community of people that nice before. The people there. The cosplayers were super nice. The staff was helpful and super nice. And it's weird because we've been going to a lot of events, and some of these events, the staff is flat out useless. Like, I'm thinking last year's Indiecade had some of the worst staff we've encountered. Some of them just flat out didn't care. Boston Fig a little while back, that staff was just wow. I would say Boston Fig had the worst staff. Well, we might check them out again later on this year, but last year they gave a really bad impression staff-wise. But yeah, not Castle Point. Castle Point, they cared. They were having fun. They were just like all fans of it. They were the club members who wanted to do it. It was just beautiful. And I've never encountered such an amazing community in the cosplay community before. I've always wanted to be a part of it, but I was a little too nervous to do it. And then I just met all these great people, all these great cosplayers, these fans, and I was just like in love. And I have a good bunch of cosplayer interviews on the Nardio YouTube, and I've already posted I think 1 or 2 interviews on the site so far. And what I'm going to do from now on is every Wednesday post another interview and a blurb about it. And I really hope you guys enjoy it because every one of these people were just great. Like I felt like I could have been made. I mean, I felt like I kind of made friends with all these people, but at the same time, I kind of feel like if I said, "Hey, give me your number, let's hang out, let's play some board games, or let's watch some anime together," they probably would have all said, "Yeah, awesome." I didn't do that because I didn't want to be a creepy person, but honest to God, like one of the first posts I did was these guys I met immediately after showing up, and these guys were just so nice and welcoming and chill and my kind of gamers. We were talking about RPGs for a while, and we were going to sci-fi shows. It was just like, and in the back of my head, I'm like, Bernardo, you need to shut up and keep going because you're going to be here all day talking to these two, and you got to take pictures and cover the event. But at the same time, it was just like, but I want to talk with them. We friends. It's like it was bromance right off the top. It was great. Eventually, I wrapped up the interview and just kept going. But my very first interview was just with 2 amazing people, and it just kept on. And I think my last interview was a group of women who were just like having fun, and it was great. The next day, I went back and I had an even better time, which I didn't expect. And yeah, I just met so many nice people. So many nice people. It blew my mind. So I am definitely doing Castle Point next year, and I really, really, really hope Castle Point doesn't land on the same day as PAX East again, because personally, I'm staying home and doing Castle Point. And Jasmine, she wants attentions. Castle Point is just that amazing for me. Meanwhile, Jasmine was at PAX East, and wow, what a time. The PAX East did this smart move, which I wish more organizations did, and said, all right, this is the press that is showing up, and we got on some press lists, and we got slammed with interview requests, like absolutely slammed with interview requests. I think right after we were put on that list, that first night we got like 80 interview requests, and Steam keys sent to us, and game promo sent to us. It's like, wow, this is a lot to go through. And I think we were still waiting to hear back from some people like, hey, can we be press? And it's like, well, while we're waiting to hear back from you, we've got 70 people who say, hey, interview us. So some of the people who got back to us late were like, hey, we'll meet you. We're like, well, sorry, that 5 or 8 hours you took getting back to us, we're almost filled up. We're filled up. So it was weird because Jazz enjoyed a little bit of the event, but really she went interview to interview to interview to interview to interview to interview. And yeah, girl was booked. And it was great. And we're just now getting through some of those videos because after all these events, week after week after week after week after week, and then real life stuff, we're just kind of like burnt out. And yeah, hi honey, just great, just great. And I was looking at the stuff. She got to interview Ironhide Games. I was so jelly. I was so jealous because like I love Ironhide Games. I love them. Like their Kingdom Rush games are just like perfection. Perfection that is getting even more perfect. I don't even know how they keep this up. And they have like the new game, Space Marines, coming out that Jazz got to play before me. And then record, and she interviewed the team behind it. And then the coolest part was they remembered who we were because we are on Twitter like, we love you so much. And then Jazz was like, yeah, we're from Norway. Like, oh, you guys are the ones on Twitter who love us so much. We're like, yes. Jazz was like, yes, that's us. And I'm like, if I were there, I'd be like, squeak. I just scared the cat. Get back over here. So, yeah. And then Jazz would call every night and tell me, like, I just interviewed these people, and this happened this way. And, okay, you want to hang out? Fine. And I'm just there like, this is happening. This is happening. We are press. We are at these events. We are meeting the developers that we love. We are out at these events meeting new people that we love. And we're just reporting and showing off things that we love. And this is happening. And this is something we get to do. I mean, grin. And I try not to because I feel like I have funny teeth and I'm a weird face. I'm like, I don't like doing, but this is how I feel. So, again, Patreon supporters, thank you. Thank you for helping us believe in ourselves and do this and have that extra push every month to just get content out and sign up for these things because this is great. And I am genuinely smiling here because I'm just so happy how everything went. Let's see. You might notice this fancy shirt here. One of the things we were supposed to do yesterday was check out the playcrafting event that was happening, the big spring expo. But we were like showing up as press, but then people in charge signed Jasmine up to show off her game. We're like, she didn't even sign up for this. So she was like, yeah, she'll show off her game. But at the same time, it's like, wow, we weren't too sure. And at the very last minute, apparently we're now on the press list for a few other events. This game company, they manufacture peripherals for games, Thrustmaster. They make awesome joysticks and steering wheels, racing wheels for games. Contacted us like, hey, we're having an event to showcase for our 25th anniversary at the Intrepid. I'm like, and Jasmine like, ooh. And it was happening last night. So it's playcrafting or this. And that decision hurt us because I really missed the New York City local game dev community. We didn't get to see them so much last month. But at the same time, this is something new. This is a new crowd of folk. A new opportunity to make contacts. And Jazz and I made the tough call not to cover playcrafting, but to cover the Thrustmaster event. And it was awesome. It was super awesome. I mean, wow. These people believe in their stuff. They were originally a company that started off in 96, I believe, or so, making peripherals for games. No, earlier than 96. Anyway, like 90, 91 or so. Anyway, they make peripherals, but they only push them out when they are ready and good. And you have this long timeline of what they pushed out, and they don't really slam the market with new things. They just make something great, build and work and tweak on the next one and put that out. And they are a trusted name. I remember having when I was a kid, like the fighter pilot joystick for a game I had, and I loved it, and I played it to death until I played it to death and knocked it down and broke it. Then I cried for a bit because I was never affording one of those for a long while. But yeah, we got to go to their event on the Intrepid. The friggin' Intrepid. I've never been on there before, and I'm a New Yorker. And oh my god, what a beautiful ship. Inspiring. I felt bad for not following what I wanted to do and join the Air Force or the Navy when I was younger. But just awesome event. Passionate staff and team behind this. The event was to promote the 25th anniversary. The event was also to promote the new peripherals that were coming out. And the event was also to playtest these things, because what we were being shown were prototypes, works in progress, that felt solid and amazing, which is like, yeah, this is your prototype? This is freaking great. And they wanted feedback on how they can improve it. So at every station there was some game dev who created an amazing game, and then there was somebody who worked for the company like, oh, so what do you think about this and what do you think about that? It's like, these guys really care. It wasn't just like, hey, fancy party, free booze, show up and give us free press. It was like, we want to know how to make this better. And that was great. Because a lot of times in this business, I've met people who just don't care. And it's very, very disheartening. It just makes me sad, because this is something I love. And last night was an event full of passionate people promoting things they believed in. I mean, obviously they believe in, and they're really trying hard for, because there was no half-ass effort put in any game last night at all, and it showed. Jasmine and I just went and looked at all these games and played a few of them, and we're just like, wow, these are awesome. And we spoke to the Thrustmaster's marketing person for North America. Oh my god, that dude was so cool. So cool, and he was supposed to get back to us soon, but he cared about the company. He cared about what they did. He cared about the game dev community. He cared about the gaming community. And it's weird, because usually when you meet a marketing person, it's PR, speak out the yin-yang, and you never really get any substance out of them. This guy was amazing last night. Just seriously, he hosts gaming events. He hosts game dev events. He wants to know more. He was eager to know how Castle Point went, how PAX East went. Even though he was there, he wanted to know about these places that he didn't check out while he was checking out these places. So meeting people like that just was like great for us. And yeah, totally worth our time. And we got a free t-shirt out of it. And we got free hats out of it. So yeah. I mean, I'm a little sad, because this is an extra large shirt and it fits me fairly well. So this is another thing that's like, yeah, I need to get myself to work out again. But besides that silliness, it was great. So it's been a whirlwind of a month that happened, thanks to you. And let's see what happens next month. We may have a few events planned this month. We're thinking about slowing it down a little bit, not having weekend and back-to-back things. Because it's draining and expensive, very expensive. Like the trip to PAX East, not cheap. And the hotel stay, not cheap at all. And then going out to these other things, yeah, it adds up financially. And unfortunately, Patreon isn't enough to offset those costs yet. But who knows, maybe over time we'll have more people join and believe in us. The site numbers for Nardio have been looking great. We are getting more hits from new sources, which is another thing, because we want to get ourselves out there. And we want to kind of promote ourselves, because, this is the dream. To do this full-time as the job and promote things we believe in. So, yeah, if that works out that way, that will be great. But site hits are looking good. Made new friends, made new contacts. Hopefully these are events we can be a part of more often. The Thrustmaster person we spoke to was just like, yeah, well, make sure you're on every event coming up. We're like, yay! Because he just hosts gaming events, not as part of the company, but just like, for himself in the city. So it's like, all right, I want to check these things out. It's great. We learned a lot. So this has been a month of exploring, meeting new people, and learning we could do better, how we could shoot better, when we should use this camera, when we should use this camera, when we should use the mic that came there, when we should use our separate mic, how we should shoot things. Again, like the cameras we used, when should we use the cheapie, when should we use the more expensive one, and at the end of the month, that cheap camera is not here anymore because it was returned, because it just couldn't keep up. And it's interesting to be able to do something like this, to learn on the go, report things we believe in, meet people who inspire us, do things that are fun. Let's face it, this is fun too. And, yeah, have people read it and watch it and care and give their opinions. So, thank you. Thank you for being a part of that, and I'm sorry I blathered on for so long. I really wanted to keep this one short, but I felt like a lot happened that I kind of don't want to share bits and pieces of. So, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you like it, hit like. I'm sure you already subscribed, so thank you for that. See you soon. Bye.